Hi guys, Chucky Boy here, bringing you another episode in my Return to Glory series. If you remember from the last video, we haven't had, or the previous video should I say, we haven't had the best start to the season. We currently have no wins, a lot of losses, and a couple of draws that were nil-nils that were a bit boring towards the beginning of the season, but basically we are doing really bad. We are currently second bottom, which is not a good place to be. And hopefully in this episode we can try and just get some more points, because I think this season is going to be a case of trying to get as many points as possible to try and not finish as low down as possible, and to try and strengthen this team, because this team as it is well, not very good at all. So I've got a little bit of information to tell you about a fixture in this episode that's missing. I recorded quite a bit of footage one night. I thought I'd try and get ahead, so I didn't have to rush these videos out. I could make a few up, and I've always got a couple left in case I, have any issues or anything like that. I can just upload one that I've already done. I don't have to rush about. The problem with that is I use autosave, and lo and behold, the footage that I had recorded, it was about 10 games or so, unfortunately was corrupt. And with autosave, I lost all that footage and couldn't replay them because I'd saved the game after each one. Now, thankfully, I managed to sort it out, and we've only lost the one fixture. Now, it was before this game against Derby. It was a Middlesbrough game, it was away, and we lost 2-0. So we didn't miss anything really, anything special. It was a defeat, it was 2-0. We were still in the same place in the table. And it was one of those games where I didn't have any chances whatsoever. They had 2 chances and scored their 2 chances. It was a pretty boring game, so we didn't miss anything too exciting. But I managed to save all the rest, thankfully, so this is what you're seeing now. So that game was before this one, and that is the only one we have missed, and all the rest are now on here, as you can see. Now, like I said in my last video, at the end of this video we have got a transfer deal that we've finally managed to make. I won't be spoiling that yet, because you can see it at the end of the video. And I have made some targets. I've been searching for a while, trying to find some people to bring in. I have made a few bids, and I've used your guys' suggestions, all the ones that I can suggest. So you can see those, hopefully, if we get them in. If not, I'll just tell you that we didn't get them. So our first one is at the end of this video, so keep your eyes out for that. So there we go, that's the first game. Now I've changed this a little bit, I've cut all the bit out of the middle. I'm just going to put a screenshot up of the league table so you can see where we are currently in between each game. So we managed to lose that game, draw that game, I apologise, against Derby. Now that was a big deal, because that is a fierce game. That is a game that I was going to do for my Derby Day series, but we have actually played it in this one, so I don't know if I will or not, I'm not sure yet. And we're into the second game, another home game, this time against Millwall. Now for this game, I managed to have a decent, they were in decent form. A lot of them were on amber or yellow arrows. A kind of stupid mistake there made by myself, bringing the keeper out that far. But I had no choice really. So I've changed the formation as well. Before this game, I was getting desperate basically. I needed to get some points and stop losing on during games, so I decided to make a change. And what I've actually done is I've actually put Wilfred Zaha from the right wing, who now plays up front. And we have 2 up front now. We have Zaha and then Minandinho playing just behind him, who scores a really good goal there. So yeah, I decided to change it because I was just fed up of not doing anything, really. I couldn't get chances on goal and all that stuff, so I just changed the formation a little bit. We've still got wingers as such, but they're like attacking midfielders now. I think we've got Costolis and I can't remember the other person playing in attacking midfield. So we have tweaked the formation, and this is a really good finish here by McGugan. This is why we brought him to this team, because he can do this kind of thing. Now, he is captain for this game. I forgot to put the captaincy back on Piccini after I changed the formation. What I did was I let the assistant manager pick the formation, basically, and then I adjusted the team. Because basically, I was so desperate, I just let him decide what formation to try, and I just thought I'd give it a go. And as you can see, we're winning 2-1 at the moment. We're having some chances for a change, so it looks like I might be using this formation for a while yet. And like I said, I've moved Zahar up front. I've done that. He can't really play there very well. His stats goes down to, I think, 57 overall. So I think I moved him back into support striker, actually, and put Minandinho up front for the next game. And there we go. We have got our very first win of the season. Now, was that down to formation change? Was that down to the fact that the players were in good form? I do not know. But all I know is we have finally got a win in that W column. That is big. So currently our record is 1 win, 6 draws, 6 losses. Fairly poor, to be fair. But we've finally got that first 3 points of the season. So let's hope this can take us into the new game against Blackpool away. Now, as you can see, we're still playing in custom stadiums, and this one is a personal favourite of mine. It looks really good. Of course, they didn't change this stadium until they went up into the Premier League, so it's still a fairly new build, most of it. And I have actually been to this stadium as well, so I know exactly what it looks like, and it looks really good in the game. Now, this is a chance we have right at the beginning of the match, and it's the first chance we have, and it's Zahar again, proving that I might have made the right decision bringing him further forward and in the middle of the pitch. That's his first goal, I believe. I'm not quite sure, I can't remember. I don't think we've scored many goals, so it must be. But yeah, the change in formation seems to have really changed things. I think I really have been struggling this beginning of this season. The first 10 games or so were really poor. And the change in formation seems, for the last 2 games we've played anyway, this one and the one before, seems to have really helped us out. And there you can see we've got another 3 points. That's 2 in a row. And we'll say that again, just because I was quite surprised when it happened. 2 wins on the bounce. And there you can see we're still 16th, but we have 11 points now. We're getting there. We really are getting there. We just need some deals to go through, and this is the transfer deal that we spoke about. It's Gunnarsson from Cardiff City. Now, we adjust it here. I always like to get as many years as possible out of the players, and I always go down from the asking price of them. The salary's not too bad, so I'll leave it like that, but hopefully that should be just about enough. You don't want to go too far down because you run the risk of losing the player. So let's just see what happens here. Could this be the first signing? Do we get turned down? Let's see what happens here. Hopefully we get this player in. It would be a great thing to get it done early so we can get some more done before January. We need some players desperately. So let's just leave this and see what happens. We're coming towards the end of the video now, so it leaves me enough time to see what happens here and then say goodbye. What's happening? Do we accept it? Of course we do. Okay guys, there we go, end of the video, brand new transfer. Leaves me just enough time to say thank you very much for watching, and hopefully we'll see you again very soon.